These are two of the most popular pre-workouts on today's market, bringing almost $1 million in sales every month to each of these brands. And today I'm going to be diving into which of these pre-workouts is the right purchase for you. First, we're going to take a look at each formula. Then we're going to break down some key ingredients. Next, we're going to look at pricing. And lastly, we're going to make our decision to see if it's right for you. My name is Rob, also known as Doc Supplements. I post fitness news and supplement reviews, and my goal is to educate and entertain you over the next 10 to 15 minutes. So let's get into this. So jumping right in, let's briefly go over both of these pre-workouts ingredients, and this is going to be covered at the full dosage, which is 2 scoops. Doesn't mean you have to take 2 scoops, but that's just where we're going to talk about. Starting with Gorilla Mode, I'm going to read it top to bottom, and I'm just going to be reading off my laptop, which is off screen. So we got 10 grams of L-citrulline, 5 grams of creatine monohydrate, 5 grams of L-tyrosine, 4 grams of betaine anhydrous, 4 grams of hydroprime glycerol, 3 grams of malic acid, 1 gram of pink Himalayan sea salt, 800 milligrams of alpha GPC, 400 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, and 200 micrograms of huperzine A. Now for Ryse Godzilla, again at 2 scoops, we have 11 grams of L-citrulline, 9 grams of that is coming from straight L-citrulline, and 2 grams is coming from NO3T citrulline nitrate. We have beta-alanine at 6.4 grams, betaine anhydrous at 5 grams, creatine monohydrate at 5 grams, vitacholine at 1 gram, pink Himalayan sea salt 500 milligrams, caffeine anhydrous 350 milligrams, and this is paired with Zoom XR extended release caffeine at 50 milligrams, Vasodrive AP 300 milligrams, and theobromine 200 milligrams. Now, both of these formulas are quality pre-workouts and will deliver what you are expecting, but what is the better option? Well, it's really not that black and white, and it depends what your preference are and what you're looking for. Now, luckily, I'm here to help you with that, and you can make a decision at the end of this video, so let's compare these. Now, this video is going to assume you are taking 2 full scoops, the full dosage. Okay, now first, let's compare caffeine, the almighty caffeine, what you guys are here for. Now, Gorilla Mode has 400 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. That's straight up 400 milligrams. Ryse Godzilla has 350 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, but it is paired with 50 milligrams of Zoom XR extended release caffeine. So the total is 400, but 50 milligrams is going to be released later in your session. Godzilla also has 200 milligrams of theobromine, which will reduce your jitters from the caffeine. So likely you'll have a smoother caffeine effect when taking Godzilla. So energy, very, very similar, except Godzilla might be a little bit more smoother and may last a little longer. Now let's look at some pump ingredients. Gorilla Mode has 10 grams of L-citrulline, 4 grams of hydroprime glycerol, 3 grams of malic acid, and 1 gram of pink Himalayan sea salt. Now there is no doubt that you are going to be getting massive pumps when using Gorilla Mode. You got the 10 grams of L-citrulline, which is becoming a very industry standard, and Mode also uses hydroprime glycerol, which is literally going to enhance your pumps. Glycerol will pull water into muscle cells, creating a swollen muscle effect, so you could literally be swole from taking glycerol because it is pulling water into your muscles. Now, Ryse Godzilla is using 9 grams of pure L-citrulline, 2 grams of citrulline nitrate as NO3T, 500 milligrams of pink Himalayan sea salt, and 300 milligrams of Vasodrive AP. I like the addition of NO3T as it offers an alternative pump pathway as opposed to L-citrulline. They also pair that with Vasodrive AP, which is going to extend the duration of your pump. So again, a very solid pump complex from Godzilla. We got 2 more categories to go. First, we're gonna do focus, then we're gonna look at some special ingredients, so let's finish this. Now, Gorilla Mode's focus profile is made up of 5 grams of L-tyrosine, 800 milligrams of alpha GPC, and 200 micrograms of huperzine A. Now, I personally love seeing L-tyrosine, especially at 5 grams, because this is what's going to give you your euphoric effect, that feel good feeling when you're inside of the gym. Alpha GPC is gonna help you get locked in. It's gonna help with your mind-muscle connection and really give you that laser focus when you're working out. And huperzine A is going to allow that alpha GPC to last longer. Now, Ryse Godzilla's main focus ingredient is going to be vitacholine at 1 gram. This is going to be the choline source, very similar to alpha GPC, just not as potent. Again, this will provide your focus and get you locked into your session. Godzilla does not have L-tyrosine. And lastly, some notable ingredients. Both of these formulas have 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. So in theory, if you were to take these pre-workouts every single day, you would not need to have another creatine supplement. You could just use this as your source of creatine. Alternatively, if you are using these pre-workouts and you do have a creatine supplement, you just wouldn't take it on the day that you're taking your pre-workout. So if you take it 5 days a week, you would only take your creatine supplement on the 2 days that you don't use your pre-workout. And pay attention, another notable ingredient is beta-alanine. This is the ingredient that makes you itchy. People either hate it or they love it. Now, the usual dose for beta-alanine that you'll find in most pre-workouts is 3.2 grams if they have it in there. Gorilla Mode does not have any beta-alanine. Again, this is that itching ingredient. On the other hand, Ryse Godzilla does have beta-alanine and they have it at 6.4 grams, so you're going to be super itchy. Keep that in mind. Again, most people either hate it or most people love it. Some people, like me, don't really mind it. Now, our next category is going to be price. Gorilla Mode is priced at $59.99 for 20 double scoop servings or 40 single scoop servings. Ryse Godzilla is $56.99 for 20 double scoop servings, 40 single scoop servings. So just on paper, Ryse is cheaper than Gorilla Mode. So after all of this, which should you ultimately buy? And again, it's really gonna come down to what you're looking for and what your preferences are. Now, both of these pre-workouts are gonna be delivering very high energy at 400 milligrams of caffeine, so you know these are gonna be hitting you very hard. They're gonna get the job done and you're gonna be feeling insane when you're in your training session. Now, Ryse Godzilla will likely have a smoother caffeine experience. It has extended release caffeine and it has theobromine in there to help with your jitters, so it'll probably be smoother overall. Now, in terms of focus, based on the ingredients, it seems that Gorilla Mode will offer a more euphoric feeling during your workout and overall a better mood when taking Gorilla Mode inside of the gym. And to be honest, that's kind of important. People wonder why they love going to the gym and they don't realize that their pre-workout is promoting so much dopamine in your brain. Again, Gorilla Mode has L-tyrosine at 5 grams, and that's something to note, that Gorilla Mode has more nootropics and it'll likely be a better feeling when you're in your training session. What's up, guys? Real quick, just want to say, if you are interested in purchasing either one of these pre-workouts, I have them both linked below in the caption, and you will be able to get free shipping on both of these. The links will take you to the brand's shop on TikTok Shop, and you're able to get it through there. All right, enjoy the rest of the video, guys. See ya. Now, for pump, it's hard to say which is better because both of them take a different and unique path. On one hand, you have Gorilla Mode, which adds glycerol. And glycerol works. It brings water into your cells, making you literally swole during your session. But Godzilla has nitrates and it also has Vasodrive AP. Vasodrive is really going to extend that duration of your pump. And for me, that's pretty important. You know, you got to take a nice mirror pick. But for me, it's hard to say which pump complex is better. I would say that they're both equally as good in their own respective categories. They both use different ways of achieving the same result. So based off of that, guys, I hope you're able to make a better informed decision on which of these pre-workouts is right for you. If you guys did find some value from this video, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe for more fitness news and supplement breakdowns. And let me know what you guys would like to see next. I'm open to all ideas, and most importantly, have a blessed day. Peace.